Paris is more than a city. It's a global symbol of art, history, and lifestyle. In this documentary, we explore iconic landmarks, vibrant neighborhoods, and the unique atmosphere that defines the French capital. From iconic landmarks to everyday street life, Paris offers a balance between history and modern living. Its compact layout makes it ideal for exploration, where every street reveals something visually remarkable. The Eiffel Tower attracts around 7 million visitors every year, making it one of the most visited monuments on Earth. Standing at 330 meters, it was once the tallest structure in the world. Built in 1889 for the World's Fair, the Eiffel Tower was initially criticized by many artists and intellectuals who considered it an eyesore. Today, it has become the most recognizable symbol of Paris and one of the most photographed landmarks in the world. The tower features over 20,000 light bulbs that create its famous sparkling effect every night. Elevators take visitors to different levels, offering panoramic views that can reach up to 70 kilometers on clear days. The Seine crosses Paris with over 35 bridges, each with its own design and history. Along its banks, visitors can see landmarks like the Louvre, Notre Dame, and the Eiffel Tower, making it one of the most scenic urban rivers in the world. The riverbanks of the Seine are classified as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Locals and tourists gather here to walk, relax, and enjoy the view, especially during sunset, when the city reflects beautifully on the water. The Louvre is not only the largest art museum in the world, but also one of the most visited, welcoming over 8 million people each year. Originally built as a royal palace in the 12th century, it now houses more than 35,000 works of art, spanning civilizations from ancient Egypt to the Renaissance, including the iconic Mona Lisa. In 1989, the addition of the glass pyramid completely redefined the identity of the Louvre Museum. Designed by architect I.M. Pei, it created a striking contrast between modern minimalism and classical French architecture, transforming the entrance into one of the most photographed spots in Paris. Now we travel to an iconic place of Paris. The Notre Dame Cathedral took nearly 2 centuries to complete and stood for over 850 years as one of the most important religious and cultural landmarks in France. Its Gothic architecture features detailed sculptures, stained glass windows, and the famous rose windows that define its identity. In April 2019, a devastating fire caused the collapse of its iconic spire and damaged much of the roof. The tragedy shocked the world, but also sparked a global restoration effort. Today, reconstruction continues with the goal of preserving its original design while preparing it to welcome millions again. The Champs-Élysées is not just a landmark, it's part of the daily rhythm of Paris. Stretching nearly 2 kilometers, it connects historic and modern Paris, where locals walk alongside tourists, passing cafés, cinemas, and luxury stores. Throughout the day, the avenue shifts from calm morning strolls to a vibrant, energetic boulevard. At the top of the Arc de Triomphe, the city reveals its perfect geometry. Below, traffic flows continuously around the roundabout, creating a dynamic urban rhythm. From above, you can see how Paris was designed to be both functional and beautiful, with wide avenues connecting daily life across the city. Montmartre feels like a village within the city. Far from the busy boulevards, its streets are quieter, filled with small cafés, local artists, and a slower pace of life. This is where creativity blends with everyday Parisian living, creating an atmosphere that feels both historic and alive. From the steps of the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, the city stretches endlessly into the horizon. Locals gather here to relax, talk, and enjoy the view, especially at sunset. The light, the air, and the silence at the top create a completely different feeling from the rest of Paris. In Paris, daily life is shaped by simplicity and routine. Mornings begin with fresh bread from local bakeries, while afternoons slow down in cafés and parks. The city moves with balance, busy but never rushed, where even small moments feel intentional. Cafés are more than places to eat. They are extensions of everyday life. With over 15,000 spread across the city, they serve as meeting points, workspaces, and places to pause. Sitting outside, facing the street, is part of the experience, observing life as it happens. Parisians value time, conversation, and quality over speed. Meals are rarely rushed, walking is preferred over driving, and weekends are often spent in parks or along the Seine. There is a strong appreciation for aesthetics, from fashion to food, where even simple routines are done with care and style. As the sun sets, Paris slowly transitions into a different atmosphere. The air feels calmer, the streets soften, and lights begin to define the city. The name City of Light becomes visible in every illuminated building and reflection. At night, movement slows down. People gather in restaurants, walk along the river, or simply enjoy the view. The Eiffel Tower sparkles, bridges glow, and the Seine mirrors the lights, creating a cinematic environment that feels both peaceful and alive. Her cruise along the Seine offers a new perspective of Paris. Passing by more than 20 landmarks, it allows visitors to see the city the way it was meant to be seen, from the water, slowly, with time to observe every detail. Walking through Paris is part of the experience. Distances are short, and each street reveals something new, architecture, cafes, or quiet corners that don't appear on maps. It's a city designed to be explored step by step. As the capital of France, Paris is the center of political power and administration. Key institutions like the Élysée Palace, residence of the French president, and the National Assembly shape the country's decisions. Beyond its beauty, Paris operates as the core of governance, influencing policies that impact millions across the nation. France plays a major role on the global stage. It is one of the 5 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council and a leading force within the European Union. With strong influence in diplomacy, defense, and culture, the country remains a key player in international relations, shaping discussions on global security, economy, and climate. In 2024, Paris hosted the Olympic Games for the 3rd time, marking a historic return after 100 years. The event transformed the city into a global stage, combining sports with iconic landmarks. Competitions were held near places like the Eiffel Tower and the Seine, creating one of the most visually unique Olympic settings ever. The Games brought major investments in infrastructure, transportation, and sustainability. Beyond sports, they reinforced the global image of France as a modern and influential nation. The legacy continues through improved urban spaces and a renewed connection between the city and international audiences. In Paris, food is part of everyday life, not just an experience. From fresh croissants in the morning to long dinners with wine, the city is a global reference in gastronomy. Bakeries, markets, and traditional bistros are found on almost every corner, creating a culture where quality and simplicity define every meal. Paris is one of the world's fashion capitals, home to luxury brands and events like Fashion Week. But beyond the runways, style is part of daily life. Parisians are known for their effortless elegance, a balance between simplicity and sophistication that influences global trends. Getting around Paris is part of the experience. The metro system, one of the oldest in the world, connects the entire city efficiently. Walking is often the best way to explore, while bicycles and public transport keep the city moving in a practical and sustainable way. Beyond its streets, Paris offers green spaces like gardens and parks where locals relax and slow down. At the same time, France continues to shape global culture through cinema, language, art, and lifestyle, extending its influence far beyond its borders. Throughout this journey, Paris reveals itself as more than a destination. From iconic landmarks like the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre to quiet streets, cafés, and neighborhoods, the city blends history, culture, and daily life into one seamless experience. Every part of Paris tells a different story, yet all connect in a unique harmony. Paris is not just defined by what you see, but by how it feels. The rhythm of its streets, the elegance of its lifestyle, and the depth of its culture create something timeless. From global influence to simple daily moments, Paris stands as one of the most complete and inspiring cities in the world. As this journey comes to an end, Paris remains more than a collection of landmarks. It is a city where history and modern life coexist effortlessly, where every street, river, and building contributes to a larger story. From sunrise over the Seine to the lights that define the night, Paris reveals itself in layers, each one more captivating than the last. What makes Paris truly unique is not just what you see, but what you feel. The atmosphere, the rhythm, and the attention to detail transform simple moments into lasting memories. Whether it's a quiet walk, a view from above, or a moment in a cafe, the experience becomes personal, leaving an impression that goes far beyond the visit. Paris is a city that never fully reveals itself in a single visit. There is always another street to explore, another perspective to discover, another story waiting to unfold. And that is what makes it timeless, a destination that invites you to return again and again. Subscribe for more 4K documentaries and explore the most incredible places on Earth in cinematic detail.